this to affect the Cowboys' season?
I don't at all.
Really?
At all. No. I mean, if anything, this just puts a chip on Dak's shoulder, right? And it puts him in prove-it mode, which I like. Look, as much as I think they have bungled the offseason, there is something to be said about putting guys on notice. And that goes for Dak, Mike McCarthy, and the new he just got in the building, Mike Zimmer, who's got the one-year deal as defensive coordinator. Like, putting these guys on notice, like, this is it. This is the year you got to get it done. I think that's good. I'm not saying they've been great this offseason. Obviously, I've given them an F. But I don't think this is a bad, like, if Dak can't handle this situation, then maybe you're not the guy to lead us to a Super Bowl.
But so it almost sounds to me like you're saying it will affect the Cowboys. It'll just affect them positively.
Yeah.
Like,
look, no, I just think, look, either way, here's my point, Nick. If he had a contract, he would have to still go out and play great. If he does, now that he doesn't have a contract, I'm not trying to say what you're saying, but it behooves him, even if he is ticked off, even if he is bothered to the high heavens, it behooves him to go out and play the absolute best he can so that he can get a deal either with the Cowboys or the next team.
Yeah, no, I understand, like, what is optimal for him is almost contract agnostic. But I don't think that's how human beings operate. I think that we sometimes, in just kind of life commentary, we take something, when A.J. Brown signs his new deal and Devontae Smith signs his new deal, we say that helps the Eagles because it creates good vibes.
It did.
Okay, I agree. Isn't that the back end of that logic is if they wanted new deals and didn't get them, it could potentially create bad vibes. It could also, I think that's common sense. Now, maybe it creates motivation to go, but maybe it creates anxiety. Maybe it creates, and Dak is a player who I don't know has dealt the best with anxiety.
Let's see.
Right, and so
can you handle anxiety?
And so So my point is, I think it 100% is going to have a considerable impact on how he plays. Not necessarily negative. It is yet to be seen. But there is no, in my experience, there is a level of anxiety associated with being in the midst of a contract negotiation or awaiting a new contract that is relieved in the days, weeks, and months right after you sign a contract. Now, for some people, it creates laziness. We hear about this all the time. Contract year guy, he was great in his contract year and then fell off.
Right.
And then you also see the opposite sometimes. Guys who don't perform.
In a contract year, they don't perform?
Yeah, because the guys who don't then end up getting huge
be as good. I can't imagine. And here's the thing about receivers. Now, the receivers are the most diva-like, players in the NFL. Quarterback is the most what? Professional. Like, you have got to have a different mentality as the quarterback. You're the leader of that team. You set the tone for the franchise. So if Dak can't handle this situation where he's in a contract, heck, he's got enough money. I'm not saying he doesn't want more, but it's not like he's never had a big deal either.
Okay, let's talk about this because there's a lot of confusion here. And there's a lot of moving pieces that we should address. Okay. First off, I agree with both, and I understand what they're both trying to say, but they're coming at it from the wrong perspective, the wrong angle that I think. Because when they say it's motivating, or we've seen people get paid and now they're lazy, or that they already got paid, that is not the true stars, the true leaders, the true players of the league. Those are some of those more role players, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, soccer, whatever. But LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, maybe I'm using too big of names when we're talking about Dak, but just the other big players, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, right? Let's not use Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes' objective is to win as many Super Bowls as possible so he could be the GOAT. But Dak isn't going to be less lazy or more motivated based off of a contract. These people are intrinsically motivated. They want to be the best they can be and accomplish everything they can. Joe Burrow is still going to do everything he can to win a Super Bowl, whether he has a contract set up or not. So that is not going to change Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott got paid. He's not going to play not as good this season versus if he didn't get paid, where he would now play even better because he's motivated. That's just not the reality. And if there is some of an impact, you're talking marginally, because we've already seen what Dak can do. I mean, you're talking about like 0.005% that maybe he's like a little bit extra, like, but like that could only do so much. It could only do so much. We're not talking about it's a difference between him throwing for 200 yards or now he's going to throw for 500 yards. I mean, it's just not going to happen. We know who Dak Prescott is. We've seen him play for years. So even this idea now that we're going to use the lack of a contract extension, or just, for any of these players, that's going to now motivate them. And it's like, go ahead, go do it. No, because at this point, these players, especially with the Cowboys, they've all been married long enough. So if you have to keep proving yourself, right? Let's say you're in a relationship and you've been dating now for years, and you feel that you still have to prove yourself to your partner. You have to prove your trust, your worth, what you bring to the table. That's an awful relationship, and nobody wants to be part of that. Nobody wants to be part of that. So if you still have to prove your worth after all that, you're going to look at your partner and resent them. I mean, I've been in a relationship like that before, and it was just like, we've been together this long, and yet you're still like questioning me, or you're questioning certain aspects that it's like that doesn't make me feel good. I don't want that. Like don't set this up where I have to chase you forever and ever. I don't want that. And I'm sure I've done the same thing unintentionally to other people. So it's just, this is not conducive. And that is why when you take care of like what the Eagles did, where they take care of AJ Brown and Devontae and all that, it is good vibes, because they know it's your way of saying, we love what you do. You don't need to prove anything to us. We know we can win with you. So here's the money. Thank you. Now get to work. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had certain jobs in my past where when I felt like, because I'm an athlete too at heart, right? So I'm motivated by doubt as well as support, right? Like, and it's both. There's times on this YouTube channel, sometimes people will say, man, this channel's so awesome. You break down things so well, and all the compliments. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome. And then it motivates me. I get excited. I go, okay, yeah, come on. Let's keep making videos. We got this. Come on. The people really love this. This is great. And it inspires me. It motivates me. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then on the other side of the token, I get another comment that says, you're trash. You're an idiot. Ha, 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 ha. No one likes you. And it's like, oh, yeah? Okay. Okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Just wait. Those subscriber numbers are going to go higher and higher and higher. The views are going to go higher and higher and higher. We'll see. We'll see. And so you can be motivated by both. But that's different. The people who are supposed to be on your side, your family, your team, your partner, your friends, whatever, they're supposed to make you feel supported, not doubt you. No one wants to be in a relationship with a loved one, or your mom or dad or your son, daughter, whatever, where you were in like, I'm going to prove my dad wrong. I would rather it be like, oh, my dad has supported me my whole life and has always felt that I could achieve great things. That's a lot better way to live. And so that's what the Cowboys are not doing, that with Dak, Micah, whoever, whatever their master goal is. I don't really know what it is, but that's not what you want in a long-term relationship. Because not to mention, to use up my example of some of those random strangers, there's people that have doubted me or said that I'm trash or this or that. And then let's say now I continue to grow, and everything starts going great. And now they're like, oh man, such great, you make such great content. I won't forget. I'll be like, oh really? Because before you said I suck and that no one likes me. So you think I'm just going to like magically forget? Don't get me wrong. I'll be like, hey, by all means, keep commenting, watching, whatever. I'll still run with it, but I'm not going to forget. And so again, like Dak is these types of moments within a contract negotiation is like, I'm going to remember that you doubted me, that you went out of your way to not make me comfortable, even though look at everything I've done for you in the past. That's how resentment builds, and you just do not want resentment within a franchise. I mean, it's really that simple. You want to feel appreciated, respected, loved. If you ever have a player that leaves a team where he doesn't feel that way, and then he goes there, perfect example, Jared Goff in the Rams, he feels at home. He feels comfortable. He feels safe. He feels protected. He feels that the fans want him. The team wants him. The front office wants him. Those things matter to anyone, and they especially matter for athletes. So, yeah, I just think that this whole thing is it's not going to benefit Dak and the Cowboys, because they're not just going to magically be able to do things that they were unable to do before because there's more of an incentive. They want to win. They wanted to win really badly last season. They don't. If there was $1 billion, if they said, if you win a Super Bowl and we're going to pay you each $1 billion, do we think that they would have magically beat the Packers? No, that's just not how it works. We can want things so badly. The stakes can be so high. So much could be up for offer. Doesn't mean we're magically going to be able to just rise to that occasion. It's just not how it works. These type of athletes give it their all as much as they can. CD, Micah, Dak, they do everything they can to perform at peak levels. And that contract is not going to be enough to send them over the top. Some of these other players, some of these lower level players, for sure. Some of the players that maybe don't love the game as much as a Dak or a Micah or Jalen, any of these other players, sure, then the motivation is to get paid and get that money. It's clear to me that these guys love football. They want to win, so they're already doing everything they can. So they're not incentivized in that way. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think that the lack of contracts for, I guess, any of the players, but especially Dak, is going to affect the Cowboys season, both positively or negatively? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of, and I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.